From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
How did you distinguish what was accurate and what was not?
You know, it comes with time. Like, do you know people who cook, who are good cooks?
Yes.
And you know how they can, like, say a pinch of this and a pinch of that, and
Yes.
you just wonder, how did you learn that? But in the beginning, they used to read a recipe and follow it. So it's just like that. You just develop. Or I imagine in athletics, I think there's a point, I guess, when Michael Jordan didn't have to think about a layup or something.
Right.
So I think it's just you work muscles enough, and then your hunch gets better. The more you read, the more you know. Also, too, you have to have expert people to go to you trust. For example, if I'm doing something on Civil War reconstruction, I'm going to mispronounce his name, but one of my go-to guys is Eric Foner. Because I found, not that he's infallible, but I found in time that he's very reasonable, and he to me, he seems like he wants to tell the true story, and he doesn't try to make someone look better than they are. Like his take on Lincoln, he says, look, a lot of people like to read him from the back, and saying, in other words, because they're uncomfortable with certain positions that he took in life. So I find him to be very honest.
Yes.
And balanced. So I tend to go to him. When I was working my book on the New Deal, FDR's Alphabet Soup, I had the book Freedom from Fear, I think, by, I'm going to mess up his name. His last name is Kennedy. So I said to a friend of mine who teaches history at Howard, I said, is this a good? He said, oh yeah, I studied with him in college. He's good. So that's the other thing too, is I have friends who are, trained historians that sometimes I can go to and say, is this a good source, or what should I read to get,
Right.
And also too, see, I get like a dog with a bone when I'm on a project. So archivists, DC Archives, I email people and call people. And that's what I always remind, young scholars to do, is that people at libraries, at archives, at all these institutions, they live to help people. As long as they know that you're not trifling,
Right.
and you just don't try to get somebody to do your work. And I will, so I don't know, so I'll say, well, do you have a photo of this, or do you know anything about this, or,
Yes.
such and such. So I just go, when I don't have it, I just pursue experts, and try to get them to help me. And most of the time, I'm pretty successful. Because I always say, you want to check out, here's my website, so they can see that I'm legitimate. Because I think that people sometimes write me and say, do you know such and such? Would Maricha have known this person? I said, well, I think probably so, because blah, 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 blah.
Right. Yes.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.